Hello, everyone. I am Will Kemp, and I am extremely excited for you to see my new movie, A Not So Royal Christmas, which is part of Countdown to Christmas. Now, I have been given a couple of questions that Hallmark channel sent me. So, are you ready? Let's get started. The first question is number one is in A Not So Royal Christmas, gossip columnist Charlotte, played by the lovely Brooke Dorsey, travels to Sohagen in hopes to book an interview with Count Lars and meets town local Adam. That's who I play. So tell us on how their first interaction unfolds. Well, it involves a piano without ruining too many things. It's a great start to the plot because it's a mistaken identity, which is very funny. And the point of it is how long can my character keep up the ruse, uh, which then becomes about how long he can spend with this very attractive and adorable person. And on Brooke's side, there's a sort of secret or something that she also gets mistaken for as well. So it's a wonderful beginning to a ruse and a great start to our story. And look out for the piano is what I will say when you are watching on Saturday. Question number two. I'm portraying two different characters, that's right, who have opposite personalities and lifestyles. So can I share my experience bringing Adam and the Count to life? Yes, I can. For me, this was a really exciting project, brilliantly written by Anna White. And I had a lot of fun in finding what was much more, I guess, a sort of more relaxed style to Adam, who's very free, very free-spirited, travels a lot, but doesn't like responsibility. He wears glasses. He's a bit more slouchy. His hair's a bit scruffier. So I had a lot of fun with him being taught sort of like a sort of Henry Higgins type, sort of Eliza Doolittle sort of type, being sort of told and taken through these very strict rules about being a count, how they dress, how they act, they have to clean up. So there's a lot of comedy in sort of when Adam becomes the count, and then also when later on things get more complicated, where the count is actually also undercover. Which is a great twist in our plot, which I hope you'll enjoy. So I hope that sort of answers that one. I had a great time in finding all those small little details, which hopefully you'll spot and appreciate. So number three, Charlotte is on a mission to find out more about my character and his love for Christmas. And the question is, how does her interview with the Count bring them closer together? Well, they bond mainly over my love of Christmas. So Adam's love of Christmas. And again, without spoiling things too much, it really comes down to these wonderful traditions in Sohagen. There's a wreath lighting, there's a Nisse hunt, not a gnome. When you watch the movie, you'll understand that distinction. And the way in which Charlotte gets to unlock kind of Adam, and the way that Adam becomes more comfortable as the Count is really thriving and enjoying sharing their traditions. He grew up there. He has a very strong bond with his father, his late father, who used to take him on all these wonderful Christmas excursions and took him to see the Northern Lights. So it's about Christmas, and that's what sort of brings them together, and romance ensues, which is a lot of fun. Now, okay, number four. Hope you're still there. Thank you, everyone. Bear with me, it's just me. During Charlotte's stay in Sohagen, she participates in many local holiday festivities with Adam. Which Christmas festivity did I enjoy filming the most? Well, I think also when you see it, the Nisse hunt was a lot of fun, and I'll tell you why. Because I have to, again, without spoiling things, but it's fun, I have to bring out the Nisse from a sack, from a big sort of Father Christmas red Christmas sack. And the first time we did it, I just very naturally went in, picked them out, and put them, I hide them around the palace, which is the idea, and then the children are supposed to find them and they win prizes. So I thought it went really well. And then the props man came up to me and said, "Oh, you do realize you're going to have to pick the same ones each time. Now, how am I going to pick the same ones when I'm literally putting my hand in a bag and not looking?" Now, I think I did a good job, but you can possibly play a game to spot if it's a green one or if it's a red one. So each time. So there you go. That was a lot of fun. Number 5. While Adam is stepping in as the count, he realizes he has a passion for running a country. That's true. What message am I hoping viewers will take away from my character? That's an interesting question. I think what comes to light and is a real sort of passion point, and where my character Adam really finds that he can make a difference and takes on responsibility and a purpose, is to support the local businesses in Sorhagen. He finds out that the palace has been putting out contracts to other people to bring in candles and glog, and why are they importing everything when this wonderful town has their own candle makers and bakers, and so there is an importance in what my character finds about using and I guess shopping locally to use the infrastructure of your local businesses, which helps them thrive. And also Adam's mother runs the cafe and bakery, and it's struggling. So I think he sees a sort of sly opportunity to help his mother and people like her in the local community. So it's a sense of community and looking after your neighborhood and family, really. Number 6. One highlight in the movie is when Adam and Charlotte work together to make a kroonkakker. Now, kroonkakker, we had a lot of fun with that word, of course. It's a delicate Norwegian, I believe, cookie that is enjoyed for the holidays. It's sort of delicate, crispy, and usually served or filled with whipped cream. So it sort of looks a bit like a pancake, and then it sort of is baked into sort of like a crisp, beautiful little cone. Actually, very tasty. And do I have a favorite holiday recipe that I like to make? It's a good question. There's also a part B to this. Do I have a favorite Christmas dish I like to eat? So the answer is number 1 is I always make a turkey, and I have often spatchcocked it on a barbecue, which is one of our traditions. There are vegetarians in our family as well, so we do an awesome mac and cheese or potential lasagna. We also have Brussels sprouts for the veggies, just the plain, and then for people who like a little bit of bacon. Potatoes are always there. I like to boil them to soften them, and then we put them in the semolina, which gives them a really beautiful crisp thing. So I would say the traditional Christmas dinner. And the favorite thing I like to eat is definitely Christmas pudding, not Christmas cake. Has to be a flamed Christmas pudding with a nice healthy dollop of brandy butter. That's my traditions for you. Now, question number 7, if you're still there, thank you very much for hanging on in there with me. This is fun. So this is the first time I'm working with Brooke Dorsey. It is. And who has starred in many Countdown to Christmas movies. Yes, she's no stranger to you guys at all. What was it like to work with her, and any fun behind the scenes moments? We had a lot of fun. Brooke is amazing. I had literally the best time. She's a phenomenal actor. She's incredibly bright, generous, very open, and I really felt that I had a partner. It was a beautiful journey, actually. And I was working with Jonathan Wright, the director whom I've worked with before. But Brooke was a real team player and a real partner. We giggled a lot. I trusted her. She trusted me. I had the best time actually. This I'm really proud of this film, and I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it. So Brooke is awesome. Don't tell her that though, because she'll get big headed, and okay. And the best scenes again was the Nice hunt. We giggled so much, and actually we were allowed to improvise. We had the writer on set, so Anna, who was awesome as well, and she'd sort of throw in jokes about the gnomes and things. So, and some of it stayed in the movie, which is always a good sign. So that was fun. So we improvised quite a bit, which is always very enjoyable because you capture magic. Right, number 8, the last question. This movie is centered around Adam pretending to be part of a royal family. If I had the opportunity to switch places with any historical figure, who would that be and why? Royal families are tough. I don't know if I would, if I'm honest, go into a royal family. You can see our royal family and gosh, they have a lot to deal with. I think I would take a little bit of a liberty here. I'd say something like King Arthur, who of course is a legendary figure and appears in Welsh history mainly, but also is in British folklore. So I quite like the idea that no one quite knows what he was and where he existed. And there's also the Knights of the Round Table. I love all that stuff. Lancelot, Merlin, Guinevere. So I think I'd have to go for something medieval times and a bit mythological and legendary. So there you go, King Arthur. Right, now we move on to those people that know this game, rapid fire game. So I'm going to wrap this up with the rapid fire game, and it's a this or that game, which is inspired by A Not So Royal Christmas and Countdown to Christmas. So, you ready? Okay, here we go. Baking Christmas cookies or making spiced glog. Ooh, I don't do a spiced glog, but I do a pretty awesome spiced or mulled cider. I don't know if you've tried that. It's a brilliant alternative to mulled wine, so I would go for that. Run a country or be a journalist. Ooh, that's a tough one. Oh, running a country, gosh. Right now, I don't think that would be an easy thing to do. I think journalism, to be a journalist, I would get to travel, I get to explore. It's a bit like acting as well because of the research, and I get to delve into different people's lives and probably different countries, which I enjoy. So journalist. Right. Participate in a Christmas scavenger hunt. Ooh, that's good. Or decorate a Christmas tree. Well, we always do a tree. A tree in my family since my children were tiny is a big family tradition. And it's going to be interesting as teenagers now trying to get them to do it. But I think we usually play music. We play the old classics, sort of Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, and we always, so the tree is our tradition. The next one is watch the Northern Lights or attend a holiday party. Northern Lights, I've never seen them. I think that could be a once in a lifetime thing. So put me down for that. Would love that. Hot cocoa or eggnog? Hot cocoa, definitely. Oh, in fact, this year I'm going to be inspired by Lacey Chabert and Scott Wolf. Did you see what they did in A Merry Scottish Christmas, where they have the tradition of the hot cocoa and then they put in marshmallows, they get cookies, they crumble. That's what we're going to try this year. Hot cocoa, the Merry Scottish Christmas way. Thank you, Lacey, and thank you, Scott, for that one. Last one, Christmas movies or Christmas music? Oh, both. It's both. We play music probably as we do other things. So we play a lot of Christmas music, but then we all sit around together as a family to watch Christmas movies. But we start probably the Christmas music probably earlier than the movies, if I'm honest. But we love them both. And I hope you will enjoy them both. And I'm now going to wrap up by reminding you, and well, thanking you first. If you're still here, I really do thank you. This has been a lot of fun for me. And I genuinely can't wait for you to watch the premiere of A Not So Royal Christmas. So I would urge you, and I appreciate if you do, please tune in on Saturday, December 2nd, 8, 7 Central, only on Hallmark Channel. And tweet along with me. I'm going to be live tweeting. I'm going to do my utmost. It's going to be very early in the morning here, but I love doing that because I love to hear people's comments and to hear what people think, and hopefully share in the enjoyment of this movie. So use the hashtag a not so royal Christmas, and I will be on there too to post along with you, and I should be posting until the premiere and some bits afterwards as well. So thank you for being here with me. I've had a great time. I wish you and your loved ones a wonderful festive holidays, and hope they're kicking off, and hope they continue to kick off on Saturday with a not so royal Christmas.